Nice to see you all. I just want to let you all know I'm doing good. I'm just enjoying the I'm enjoying the nice fine weather we're having here in Arkansas, USA. I just want to let you all know I'm doing pretty good today. But I just want to let you know where I'm thinking of you all. I hope that everybody's doing good. I've been doing good. I just finished. I did finished my one of my pictures that I did. I showed it on my other site, but I want to show you guys the picture again, if that's okay. This is what I did, and I just want to let you all know I'm having a good, trying to have a good day. Today is very. I'm enjoying the nice day. But here's the picture I'm going to do later. See? Hope so you guys are doing good. But I like to talk to you guys about something. And I was discussing it just a few minutes ago, but now I'm going to discuss it on here. If I didn't have my coloring, I would have I did write stories. I see things that if I see something funny, an object, I could write a story about it. And if I see and watch, when I watch the news, I see two sides of a coin, like the heads and the tails. I see. Right now, I see. If I wrote a story right now, I would have wrote how our world has changed drastically after World War II. But I am just, I could write stories, I could tell you things about things that I love to do. I remember a time when I was a little boy. I have done a lot of, I have, I did some, my daddy wanted me and my brothers did something for him. My daddy wanted, he could not do the rain gutters. Remember them days? Rain gutters. Ugh. Gutters on the house. But my daddy asked my brothers to clean the gutters. Well, my brothers said they did clean the gutters. Well, dear old lovable me, I climbed up and noticed the gutters weren't clean at all. So I decided going and do something for my daddy, and I got the bag to clean, get the gooks out of the gutters. There was a lot of gunk in them gutters that day, but I got it cleaned. My hands were looked like I have a pair of gloves on, black gloves on. But I did it from. I told my daddy they lied to him about the gutters are clean, and my daddy said, "Are they clean now?" I said, "Yes, sir," because I cleaned them. I made sure they were cleaned, and he was very proud that I did it, but he was very sore with my brothers. Well, my brothers were at their friends at the time at the house. They ran over to their best friends' houses. So he was a little hot under the collar that day. Wasn't mad at me or my mama or my two sisters. Well, otherwise, what was it? Oh, hi, Tam Tam. But anyway, I'm trying. When they got home that night, my dad, they, we had spaghetti that night. My daddy wanted Mama's homemade spaghetti, so Mama made homemade spaghetti and homemade garlic bread, and we had the salad, of course. Mama went all out to make everything kosher. Well, and then Mama asked us boys to clean up, so we did. Daddy asked, they asked Mama how has their day been since they went there. It was okay. And then they just, hi Daddy, how are you? Daddy did not speak to him. And they said, Mama, is Daddy okay? Yeah, your Daddy's okay. Well, found out Daddy was, how can I say this, simmering, trying to control his anger. Hi, Stella. But I like to finish what I was going to say. My daddy, we all had dinner, of course, but then Daddy asked the boys how we're in a nice, calm voice, but is.
No, hi.
Oh, hi. Say hi. Hi.
Yeah. He can't see the comments tab always, so I'm letting him use my phone.
Okay. But Daddy was asked them before. I asked you guys to do the gutters, and he does. We did. And Daddy hold up one finger. That means strike one. And then all of a sudden they thought, they weren't that bad, Daddy. They were reasonable. Two fingers came up. And then the next thing they said, Daddy asked, did you really clean them real good? And they both said, yes, sir. Very clean. You could eat off of them. Boom. 3. And I knew what that meant. Strike 3 means you're out. My mother, Mama, and my sisters cleaned that table off real quickly. So my daddy looked at my 2 brothers. I like to say something to you boys. Come to my den. Even Jeff? Nope, just you 2. Okay. So the next thing you hear, the hand became land on a tushy. Not 1, not 2, but 5 times on each cheek. That means my hand could leave handprint on him if he swings them real hard. Well, he did. Both of them. And he grounded them and told them they're not going to get their allowance for the next 6 weeks. I said, but why? And my dad said, 1 is because you lied to me. 2, you told me the gutters were cleaned wasn't that bad. And number 3, you didn't do what I asked you to. And well, it was very, how can I say this? They were very upset. But when allowance day came, Daddy handed out my sisters, skipped my 2 brothers, and came direct to me and this is the time when money was, you could buy a lot of things with money. gave me $20. And he did.
Now look at it.
He does. I asked, Daddy, why is that? And he does, because what you did for me. You cleaned the gutters, and you with. I know you don't like heights, baby, but you did it anyway. You did it. I said, if you told me to clean them, I would. Because I know you would, because you're out of all my sons, you're the one who always. How many pillows do I sleep with?
I don't see it. Right.
Oh. Right. Oh. I'm sorry.
I just say hi.
Yeah, okay. My fault. But I understand why Daddy did it. And Daddy was very proud of me. And my brother says, that's not fair. He got $20. You know that on $20, let's see, $5 was yours and yours, that's 10. And now, let's see, the extra 5 was because he went up the ladder and cleaned the gutters. And he did something that you two should have done it without hesitation. But that's why I got the $20 out allowance week. We each got $5 each week. That was pretty a lot of money back then. You could buy a lot of things.
If you guys have a question, just ask.
Yeah,
us.
ask me a question about it. Ask me about my childhood. I would love to hear from you.
Because
I am hearing some people say hi.
but if you have a question, just ask.
Yeah, ask me a question about why. Okay, I want to point out one other thing about money back then. The way I looked at money back then. Okay, you used to buy 1 cent candy for a penny. That's 100 pieces per dollar. Well, I bought a lot of individual Twizzlers or lollipops or Little Candy bars and everything. I made, but then I did save some out of my $5 each week. I always put about $3 away for emergency fund in a little box. And I kept doing that until I turned 10 years old. Well, I had my secret box was nobody knew where my secret stash was. That's a good thing. But then I forgot to put it back in where I was supposed to put my little stash. Well, the next thing I knew, I come back to my room. All the money I saved was gone. I figured out how much I saved. I saved back then. I saved $3 a week, and since I was 18, but I made roughly about $1,500 back then. But then I noticed my brothers and sisters were having new things around them. And I asked, this is before my daddy died, and my daddy asked me, what's wrong? I said, Daddy, did you give my brothers and sisters any extra money during the week? No, sweetie, I haven't. Then how are they getting new things? Because that I like to know myself. So, Daddy called a family powwow. I mean, all of his kids were in the living room. And Mama was there. Well, Grandma and Grandma, I used to call my Grammy granny and my grandpy. Okay, but they were there, and all of a sudden, my dad asked them, "How are you getting a lot of stuff?" And they all four of them, said, "Oh, we found money." May I ask where you found the money? Around. Daddy just, were you in your big brother's room? And they all bowed their head, and Daddy knew they were in my room. And Daddy asked him, just tell me the truth. Did you guys go in the room and took the money from Jeff, your brother Jeff?
I'm going to ask him questions, okay?
Okay.
So don't respond to that. Okay.
Well, they finally admit they took my money, and Daddy didn't punish them. Daddy said, I'm not punishing you or your grandfather. The one who's going to punish you is your big brother. So I punished him. And they said, "Bup, bup." I said, I don't want to hear it. So, them for 2 months, my brothers and sisters and I did not talk. But after that, then my Grandpa James and Grandma Rose, I love them dearly, they asked me, would you like to go on a trip with me, us? I said, I don't have any money to buy souvenirs or anything. And Grandma Rose and Grandpa James told me, don't worry about the money. We'll figure out a way. I said, okay. So my Grampy and Grammy, decide to take me to New York City. And that's one thing I enjoyed New York City with them, because went to Rockefeller Center, Radio City Music Hall. We went to see the late Twin Towers. This is way before they bombed. But I noticed that one morning I had one of my favorite books with me. Each page of my book that I read, I noticed there was $100 bill in each chapter of my book, and then later then I counted that money, how many I figured how many chapters I had in my book. I had 50 chapters in this book I was reading. I don't remember the book, but it had 50 chapters, and there was $100 bill on each. When the chapter starts, there was $100 bill there.
That's right.
And I counted it, and there was around total $5,000. And I asked Grandma and Grandpa, where did this come from? And it came with the book. I thought. I said, really? And they said, on Scout's honor. And I looked at my grandpa. I did, Grandpa James, I love you dearly, but you weren't a scout at all. And he does. Maybe the tooth fairy gave it to you. Grandma Rose, yes, baby, That's what they call me. I said, didn't the tooth fairy didn't bring it, sweetie. I said, oh, okay. Then who did it? And he does. Yes, we saw someone putting $100 bill in each chapter of your book. Don't know while you were in swimming. We don't know who did it. But then all of a sudden, that night when we went for dinner, Grandpa James actually slept. He does. He finally pulled a fast one on him. I said, knew it. It was you two. And they finally confessed, yes, it was us. We want you to have the money what happened. You deserve the money that I said you didn't have to. We do. We have the right, and there's a reason. I said, what's the reason? Because you're our favorite grandson. Because you're the very special to us. You are always will be our number one grandson.
Hey guys, after he gets done here, he's going to do a video, and then we both are going to do one video for all of our accounts.
Sound good, guys? But every time I need something or want something, my grandparents always provided for me. Made my brothers and sisters very, very pissed off. Okay, for instance, when I turned 14 years old, I had my very first car when I was 14 years old. And I was the only person in my block, at a young teenager, who had a car in a small town in Virginia. But I saw the new car in the driveway. I thought we had guests. Well, I saw everybody in the house, besides my brothers and sisters. They were in school still. I got out early. Lucky me. But I asked, whose car in the driveway? And Mom and Daddy said, don't know. What do you mean you don't know? They pulled in our driveway. Just, yeah, but, and then also Grandma and Grandpa came out. Oh, it's theirs. And Grandpa said, let's go check it out. Okay, let's check out your new car. So we looked at the car, and Grandpa asked me, get in the behind the wheel. Okay. So I went behind the wheel, and he knocked on the window because the window was closed. I rolled it down. I said, yeah, it is. How you like it? It's a very nice car, that Grampy, because I think you and Grammy will like the car. Just, this ain't for us. It's for you. Excuse me? We said the car belongs to you. In a few days, you'll get a registration in your name. Okay. A few days later, the mail came and got my registration name under my name for the car. And with that, well, I enjoyed the car so much, and a few years, I had it for about 2 years. And I asked Grandma and Grandpa, can I trade it in for a different one? They said, since you got the title and everything, it's your car. You could trade it in. So I traded in, and I got me another car, a nice car. Grandpa and Grammy enjoyed that car also. I was very lucky to have a set of grandparents who loved me more than my brothers and sisters. I was their pride and joy. But I just want to let you all know I'm getting a little tired. But right now I'm going to say have a good day, and I will talk to you all tomorrow sometime. Bye-bye.
What does that have to do?